Alright, so today we're going to be looking at my Tenpines Bluff build. For Tenpines, because the railroad tracks are down there, I tried to use a lot of boxcars, stuff of that nature, just a very shanty, kind of poorly put together settlement. It's also one of my most well decorated and most polished, probably the one I'm most happy with so far. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, we're going to begin our approach. Outwardly, you can see some basic defenses set up along the entry point. As you can see by the sign, I repurposed this first little hut into a trader. It's a real basic store for travelers that want to come through and trade without actually needing to enter the settlement proper. Alright, the initial look here. First building we're going to go into is the first of several living quarters. I use curtains as kind of dividers for the boxcars. Now behind that first building we have the first main guard post. So you're gonna go around this first boxcar. Let's just close this door and start hitting the main concoction of structures here. The first one is probably the most polished. It's the nicest living arrangements we have at the settlement. I kept the farm as it was intact. I just surrounded it by a wire fence, a wash bucket. That's where Lucas Miller typically comes. Added a couple things to it, make it a little bit more comfortable for him. Up on top of the trader, so your scaffolding will take you up top. And it'll set defenses. Good overlook point. See the ravine down below. A couple of outhouses. And I don't imagine there's a ton of plumbing here. Got a scavenger inside of a trash can. The generator room. The generator that powers most of the lights and stuff for the main structure here. A couple of defense turrets. Picnic area. Another scavenging station. A little boxcar dormitory. Like I said, it's just a very simple farm. Again, I usually try and use things that would be found in the immediate area when I do my builds. So the train tracks are just right down below. Now, I don't really have an explanation for how they would have gotten them up that giant hill, but I guess you can use your imagination. The second level, a little guard post out looking that side. Those small living quarters. To the left we have another turret hut, if you will. Just turrets in here. A little generator to help power them. Up in here we have the little workshop for people who live inside of this boxcar. Very simple living accommodations in here. Alright, so this next building is kind of the main living gathering quarters. You got a kitchen. A recreational area. Some wasteland reading materials. Another small living area inside of the boxcar. Alright, now we're going to be heading up to the second story over here. The little boxcar home. Outside here, another guard post. Again, you can overlook the ravine from there. Alright, now an overview at night. You can see all the lights. It's not a super well lit settlement. It's just kind of out here. I'll do a quick ground view. See the spotlights up there. And on the ground, you just see the different lighting that's in the settlement. I might end up adding some more oil lamps or something to it a little bit later. Give it more of an ambient effect. Alright, so that was Tenpines Bluff. A little day and night tour. Like I said, there's train tracks right down to the south of it, so I tried to use some boxcars. Things that would be readily accessible. Those turbine engines from the plane wreck that you have a quest for. very sparsely populated so far. I haven't added a whole bunch of people to here from my Red Rocket. Other than that, I hope you guys got some ideas. And any questions, feel free to ask.